Hi guys, it's Amy again, and we just finished doing our online booking for an appointment, and I wanted to walk you through the online intake documents that are generated when you are making your first appointment in the new system. What you'll need to do is come down here and copy, so you'll right click and copy your password. Click on open form and then come over here and right click again and paste your password. We're gonna not save that. Now if you were here to do paperwork for your child or for someone who is unable to complete their own paperwork, you would choose this option and then fill in your own name here, and everything else would be the patient's name. But since we're doing this for myself, we'll click on that, and then it brings us to the first page. And the nice thing about this online questionnaire is if you are unable to sit and do the whole thing in one sitting, it's fine. You fill out as much as you can and then go on about whatever else you need to do, and then you can come back to it following that same link later, and everything that you filled out previously will still be there, and you'll just continue it until you get down to the very end and hit submit, and then we'll know that your paperwork is completed. So our first question asks two things of us, and the first one is, do you plan to file your insurance for reimbursement? If you do, you'll answer yes, and then that's going to send you down through a more detailed questionnaire. And that's not because we like to ask more questions, it's because the insurance company is going to need to have more detailed documentation to prove medical necessity for the visit that or the visits that you're anticipating being reimbursed for. If you're not going to file for reimbursement, you're just paying out of pocket or using your health savings or your FSA, then you'll choose no. The second question that it's inquiring about is if you are eligible for Medicare, and this is going to be for our patients who are 65 years and older, who are younger but disabled, and this applies for traditional Medicare policy holders as well as Medicare Advantage policy holders. You would click yes, and then that's got a couple of questions on the policies and procedures form that you'll be required to initial before we get everything finished. And if you are not eligible for Medicare, then you click no, and we'll go through this little form here. And the first thing kind of runs through Texas law as it pertains to prescription physical therapy. We have our cancellation policy, payment agreement. You'll see these little boxes that are yellow. Those require initials in order to proceed through to the next steps of the program here. And then here you'll see with the Medicare policy that I was talking about, if you marked that you're Medicare eligible, then these three boxes will all be required, and then you'll have an extra document that is attached to your intake paperwork that you'll complete as well. Now the consent to treatment box kind of explains what to expect during treatment, after treatment, and then you'll initial here, and I'm going to skip initialing this to show you what happens when you forget to fill something out, which come through with the privacy rights, and we have a rather lengthy office copy of the HIPAA privacy rights and compliance stuff, and it's available all the time. If you'd like, I can send you a PDF of it via email, but we like to try to save a tree when we can, so we don't just hand them out without them being requested. The signature box down here, you can do one of two things. You can draw your signature, which, that's fantastic, not so much. Or you can type it, and oh, see, we forgot to sign that, so it's not going to let us go through. We'll put our initials in here, and then we'll submit our signature. And it says, hey, do you want to keep this? And I'm going to say yes. Now we can go through and complete the rest of the form. The little guys with the red asterisk are required. You must answer them or it will not let you proceed through. The rest of it, if you feel like filling it out, you're more than welcome to. If you filled it out once before, like I came back in here, it's going to auto-populate what you've completed already. And then you just kind of keep scrolling through. Now my preferred contact method, I'm going to put mobile phone, but obviously choose what works best for you. Again, this is not required information, but please feel free to fill in what you would like. Primary complaint. Let's say low back pain onset 2 days ago. It's got a little spot for any extra details. I mean, like if you were in the garden and you pulled your muscle or whatever, car accident, that kind of stuff. How long have you had this condition? Ooh, not P. Off and on for a while now. Current emotional stress scale. I'm pretty good right now. Now we have our pain intensity scale. The nice thing with this is if you're on a tablet, you can click on these with your finger or with a stylus. If you're on your desktop like I am today, you can click on it with the mouse and then you can draw on the images where your concerns are. So if you have pain, if you have numbness, tingling, weakness, scarring, like if you've had surgeries or you have had some kind of incision or laceration, whatever, we have scarring on your body, you can mark it, and then Sharon will know where you might have some more bound down fascia to be dealt with. Again, this is not required, but if you have things that would be helpful to Sharon in your treatment, please do mark them here. Habits and lifestyle. I do not smoke. I drink whiskey. One or two. You'd think I was drunk right now with the way I'm typing. And that is rare. No, but I definitely should. And if you have anything extra that you'd like for us to know, you would mark it here. And then once you're done, you hit submit form and it says, are you sure? And we say yes, and we hit submit. And then if you want, you can download a copy of the form, and it will give you a PDF copy so you can kind of see what it looks like. You can download that to your computer or your phone, whatever, and then when we're done, we hit sign out, and the form has been submitted, and we're all set. Pretty easy.